changed in a moment. And all of us are old enough and mature enough to understand that sometimes in our life we have plans, but we have no regard for the long plan, for eternal life. We have no plan in our life about what's really taking place. And we don't realize that sometimes we forget God, and we have what we call not only foolish plans, but sometimes our presumptions are wrong. We have all of the complexities of life that cause us problems. I laughed with a guy one time. He says, before I got married, he says, I was told that love was blind, and after I got married, as I told you, he says, I found that was a real eye-opener. And it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it was the woman talking and not the man necessarily. And so we find in life that we live our lives in unusual ways. And our lives are short. I mean, it's so short, the Lord says our life is like a vapor. The uncertainty of life. I hope that I'm going to be around for a while. I listened to the stewardess talk the other day, and she says, in case this flight turns into a cruise, put on the life jacket. And she said this, she said, if we knew there were going to be a problem on the plane today, none of us would have come to work. And I thought, well, I don't know about this. And I get a little nervous. I'm thinking, you're flying 36,000 feet in the air and flying 500 miles an hour and sitting in a plane. You think, man, this is, there are a lot of good things here, but a lot of things could go wrong, And you fly and you enjoy yourself, and you think, man, life is so amazingly important and brief. And it's, the Lord says, know you not that your life is like a vapor. What is your life? I wonder, when you look at your life, what is it? I mean, is it all the things in life? I drove up into Canada one time with my son. He was a hockey player, and went over to Wayne Gretzky's area. He liked Gretzky at the time, and still does, I'm sure. They had a silo that was there in that town. It says, what does a man gain if you gain the whole world and lose his own soul? When you gain all the stuff in the world, what have you gained? If you're not considering your life, because our life is like a vapor. I had a guy show me one time, it's very interesting. He said it's kind of like this. He said, you're like a vapor. And there you go. There I go, right there. That's me. I'm gone. Smitty, here you go, Smitty. There you go, John. Hey, like the guy today, he said, hey, here's your great-great-grandfather. There he goes. And what? I know, yeah, I never been. I went like that. I was the first one gone. Well, when you look at life and you say, what is going on? I asked somebody the other day, what was your great-great-great-grandfather's name? Back in life, and I was looking at the Olympics and the swimmers, and Michael Phelps swim the other day, and they mentioned Johnny Weissmuller. How many remember Johnny Weissmuller? Ever heard of him? Tarzan, but he was an Olympic swimmer. And what's amazing is he had the Olympic record. When I was in 7th grade, I could outswim Johnny Weissmuller. That's how fast people are getting. And you look at life and you think, man, I was watching the other day, I said I had this 100-yard swim time, and the breaststrokers could outswim me. And I'm thinking, what in the world is happening? And look, our life is gone. What is your life? What is your life? We ate last night, and I thought this is what life is about. Touching lives, influencing lives, having God touch your life, the example and example, a life that is looked at and a life that makes a difference. And I would encourage us to not forget the Lord in our life, and living our life lovingly in such a way that we love people and we care about people. And there's the little grains of sand and the little drops of water that make the beaches and oceans. It's the little things in life. And we look at life and we say, what is my life? Is it just about me? All of a sudden I'm gone and I'm off the scene. I'm out of here. And so we live lovingly. I would encourage you to live bravely in your life. David has said to his son Solomon, show yourself a man. Be brave in life. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Invest your life. and learning in your life to, as we would say, live influentially and influence people. And I don't know what our lives are. I don't know how long we have. It's amazing that you think about floating in space on this little lump of dirt. It's pretty amazing. It's amazing that these crops can run these boats at such speeds up and down this water. It's amazing to me. A lot of things are amazing to me. And I had a guy tell me one time, he said, I'm amazed that a black cow can eat green grass and give white milk and yellow butter. And I said, oh, you got me totally confused now. But we live our life. And so today I want you to think about, what is your life? What is it? What is it all about? Is this it? Is this all there is? Is this all there is? Or is there something after? I believe there's more to life than just here, but I want to enjoy this part of life. I want to enjoy this life that we live. One of these days when we sit around and talk about how fast we were and how strong we were, how quick we were in good old days, Smitty, because he's the only one that takes it real well. He's used to it. And so what we say is, God, help us to live our lives. What is our life? I would encourage you to enjoy your life today. Enjoy this day. Every moment. Be kind to people today. Think about life and say, God, in my life, I'm going to consider you in my life. Say, God, what's your plan for me here and hereafter? So I don't believe in the hereafter. If you're right and I'm wrong, we're lost. If I'm right and you're wrong, that's something you want to consider. Say, God, help me to consider you. Today, asking God for wisdom and guidance in your life. And realizing as we make these plans, God, you're in control. You help me. You guide me. And what we say in this, we say, is God involved in this? God is involved in our lives. He helps and guides us in all that we do. So we pray for him, his blessing in our life. We evaluate our lives and say, God, help us to live a life that is productive, blessing to others while I have the opportunity. Let me pray with you today. Lord, again, we realize that life is pretty fast. It's amazing to think how quickly it gets by us. Amazing thing that we were here a year ago. It went by so quickly. So today I pray that you meet the needs of each and every man and woman here. God, help us to think deep about life, consider you, to realize that our life is here for a purpose. So use us, make a difference in us. Help us where we're at, with our struggles and difficulties. Lord, as Tyson said, when we get smacked in the chops, help us to stay focused and realize that sometimes life can be tough. And we'll thank you for it in your name.
So yesterday I walked up to Jim and he said, Smitty, I have a real problem going on here. What's that, Jim? Well, you got Fall River, Massachusetts. FBI has Menor, Ohio going on, and making those out to shoot at. They all want me. What do I do? Raise your price. But anyway, so what I said to Jim was, well, if I was you talking from my heart, I would just say, well, which of the three need you the most? Slam dunk.
Yeah. Well, I already got tickets to go to Massachusetts, so this group is you're stuck with me.
Okay. Again, in the back there we have Dave, Jim, Donna, Mike DeLong, and his staff that put this whole thing together for us. Appreciate what you guys do, and it's a great event. Looking forward to a great time. I'm glad you got the wind to turn around the other way, Dave. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Wuggy has a little something here for Don. Mind coming up here? Boy, where are you? Okay. Here you are. No guns, I promise. No guns.
I didn't bring you a real gun.
Nah.
Not this year. This is for all the guys. I missed you the last 2 months, so this is for you. Thank you so much.
The guns are on. So thank you, everybody. And again, welcome to Port Huron and the race. We can't wait to meet you at River Rock. Thank
Do you have any words of wisdom for us, Dave?
I just want everybody to be safe, enjoy the race, and make sure you keep everybody coming back. That's it.
Right. Dave and I talk probably 100 times during the course of the year, and he always answers his phone, Joe. I go, who's this? He goes, your favorite Canadian. I said, you're the only one I know. Oh, he didn't, Dave. Okay, we'll get the roll call. Captain Do. Here. Wicked Sensation. Powerboat. On its hair. We up here for like a month.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys being here. We really do. I know it's a lot, you know, but we appreciate it. Thanks. Octane. Here. We haul boats. Lightning Jacks. Bat Boat. Here. Team 27. Here. What's office here? Strictly Business. Yeah. Where's your shorts? Oh, okay. See Louis' new shorts? Go to Facebook. Nothing sacred around here. Edward J. Painting. Here. Simmons Marine. Here. Rendell Powerboats. Here. Specialized Racing. Here. Close Up 2 is out on buoy and anchor patrol. Coastal Boat Sales. Here. Smith Brothers. Here. Rendell. Here. Salem 5. Here. Not Guilty. New Gun Learn. Liquid Addiction. Here. Bay Rat. On a Mission. Here. Hanging and Banging. Here. Done Deal. Here. Okay, where's Bay Rat? Where's Pete? Oh, there you are. Where's Ken? Here. Come here. You guys catch on any rivalry going on between these two? No. I want you to sit next to him over there. Hold hands. Come on. Look at the faces. There's nothing better than competitive racing, right or wrong. These guys truly hate each other. Come on, I got phone calls the whole week. Maybe a few texts too. You stay right there, okay? I don't know who hit who. I don't know who wrote who. I got videos to watch. I got nothing to watch, but whatever, guys. Listen, you guys are racing really, really hard. You guys are really, really close. Maybe a little too close. So just be cool. Just be cool. You know. Okay. Anyway, your lanes for today's race. What we're going to do is Extreme, Class 1 and Class 2 are all going to be in the same start. So Lightning Jacks, what did you guys decide to do? You guys want to do? Okay. So Lightning Jacks would have the pole. Team 27 will line up outside Jacks. Bat Boat outside of Team 27. Wicked Sensation outside the Bat Boat. And Captain Do outside Wicked Sensation. Got that? Okay. Super V Light, Octane has the pole. We haul boats a second, both boaters third. Class 3, Strictly Business has the pole, just on behalf of his cool, sexy shorts. Was up a second. Class 4, Edward J. Painting has the pole. Simmons is second. Class 5, Specialized has the pole. Rendell second. Was Up's third. Coastal's fourth. Class 6, Smith Brothers has the pole. Not Guilty second. New Gun Learn is third. Liquid Addiction is fourth. Sailing By is fifth. And Rendell sixth. Class 7, Done Deal has the pole. Hanging and Banging is second. And unfortunately, On a Mission is third, right next to Bay Rat again. Probably should have switched that up, but you'll get over it. Anyway, you won't call me next week. Okay, your laps. Extreme is 12. What do we got here? Speed Light is 9. Class 1 is 11. Class 2 is 11. Class 3 is 10. Class 4 is 9, Class 5 is 8, Class 6 is 7, Class 7 is 5. Your course distance is 4.5 miles. Okay, I think most of you guys have run this course before. For those of you who haven't, we will do a full parade lap to get you associated with the pillows where they're at. The one thing to be mindful of is on the Canadian side, when you're running down the river, we'll be running south on that side of the river. Midway, there will be a boat and a buoy off the fuel dock. Okay, that buoy passes on your left-hand side. All the buoys, all the turn buoys are on your right side. That one buoy is on your left side. It's just to bring you slightly to the center of the course and back. We have to stay 500 yards off the Canadian fuel dock. Okay? You'll have two turns, two pillows at the bottom turn that are set fairly wide. You come up here to start finish is right off the Maritime Center. You'll see Mr. Atchison's boat sitting there at start finish. When you pass in, we cut across up into the cove up in Sarnia Bay. Okay, there's two pillows up in the bay up there. When you go around that turn, there's also a red steel channel marker that probably won't move. So just be mindful of that. There's nothing I can do. When I set that turn, I kind of set it so you apex and that buoy isn't so much of a concern. We haven't hit it yet. Hopefully we won't hit it again, but just be aware of the fact that that's there. You'll see it on the parade lap. Okay? We have freighter traffic, same as in St. Clair. I don't know yet how many are going to be coming down, so just be mindful of that. Get your boats in. We're probably looking at about a 12 o'clock start, roughly 1:30, 2 o'clock, roughly 3 o'clock, depending on how these freighters spread us out, all right? We try and get you out there to where there's a span in the freighters where we can get your full race in. If the freighter comes down and we have to go to caution, it's the same thing we do as if we have a caution for medical, okay? Pace boats will go to the corners, put red flags up, okay? Watch for them there. We put them there for the simple reason, when you're going down the straightaway, you're not paying a whole lot of attention other than maybe your gauges and GPSs and all that. When you're heading to a turn, you're always looking for that entrance pillow. That's where the pace boat will be with a red flag. If you see a pace boat with a red flag, there is no doubt or question, we're stopping. Okay, don't keep running around saying, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. Be sure. If you see a red flag, we're stopping. Okay, we'll restart. The mill is at the bottom of the race course down here. Okay, that's where we're going to start you initially. If the caution comes out, go right back down there and wait there. The pace boats will come and join you there, and we'll try and get you restarted. Okay, sometimes what happens is the freighters take so long to come through, we're going to wind up sitting there for so long. If there's a lap, we might just say we're done. Okay, but if it does come out and we have laps to run, we're going to do our best to get you restarted. If you have 78A in your boat, listen to that so you know what's going on. If you don't, just pay attention to the pace boats. They're in direct communication with race control and just follow their lead. Okay, your pace boats today is Bobby Costa, USA Scarab. And pace boat 2 is the Blue Water crew. Bob Carrier and company over here. Okay, let's see what else I missed. Starts. Okay, first race. First start, Super B Light. Okay, second start, we're going to start class 5 and 7 together. Okay, we're going to start the 7s to the inside, which would be closest to pace boat. The 5s to the outside, which would be furthest away from the pace boat. Got it? I know that's going to mess everybody up. We don't normally do that. Okay, the 5s allow to accelerate the 7s and be gone by the time you guys even get down here. Okay, so be mindful of that. In the second race, first start is class 4, second start is class 6. And the third race is extreme class 1 and 2, and the second start is class 3. Any questions on that? I have the sheets here in case after the meeting you forget. Went over the race course, pace boats. I think we're good on that. Anybody have any questions so far? Pace boats would start. Yes. Whatever you guys decide. Who wants to go into
I'm
pace
sure
boat?
they'd like to know, so.
Pace boat?
Yeah.
You good with pace boat too? You want to flip a coin?
Okay. Also, Smitty, on the pace lap, pick the boats up right here at the river.
Yep.
And it won't be a full lap then. We'll take them around and then down. We want to come back up here and take them back.
Right.
Yeah, so they know that.
So you want us to take them out of the river and then take them down to that river?
Yeah. All right. While they figure out who's pace boat 1 and 2, obviously you guys know where the crane is up the river here, and the ramp's in the same place. So you're all coming out of the same place. Okay. Just kind of lay in the area here. The pace boats are coming here. Okay, they'll take you out of the cut right here, kind of gather you up. Okay, and we'll go up into Sarnia Bay, around those buoys, down the back stretch so you can see that buoys, and we'll just drop you down the bottom. There's no sense in going all the way around twice, because when you start at the bottom, you're running right up the shoreline. Okay, you'll see Jim, what's your boat, 50, 60 foot?
50, yeah, 60.
60 foot, you'll see his boat sitting right here at start finish, and then from there you cut right up into Sarnia Bay. Okay, so Bobby Scarab is base boat 1, and the Blue Water Baja is base boat 2. Okay? Any more questions?
Can I borrow your props?
Goody.
Goody. Can I borrow your props?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Can I wear your shorts? In race 1, first star is super big bike. Second star is class 5 and 7. 7's to the inside, 5's to the outside. So you would be right next to the last give room. I know it gets a little crowded up in here, but you know, give a little room between the starts, okay? On the pace boats, guys, let's lay back off the pace boats. Okay, the rule is 100 feet. The outside guy can't see the pace boat. We go through this all the time. So whoever is the pole boat on the pace boat, if you lay back 100 feet or 150 feet, and everybody lines up off of you, we can get a good clean start. Okay? Starts are important to your race, I know that. And we get a lot of complaints on the starts, but it's really not us, it's you. You know, if you line up properly, we can give you a good clean start. Okay? Yeah, there's no out of bounds. When you go up in the turn, you'll see R2 buoys. As you exit the buoys, there's a channel marker. It's not a mark of the course. There's another little yellow warning buoy over towards the wall. It'll be out of your way. That's not a mark of the course. Do pay attention though when you're going down the river to that other orange buoy, which should have been a different color, but I didn't bring it. So you would know that that one comes down your left, not your right. Okay? So when you're halfway down the river, there's a marker buoy off the fuel dock. We have to stay to the starboard side of that buoy. That buoy has to come down your left-hand side. Okay, it's actually a little dog leg, back to the center of the river, and then back down to the bottom turn. The bottom turn is essentially almost the whole width of the river down there. Okay? Okay. Brian.
Where the Gray Fox docks normally, down here, the Coast Guard's been pretty adamant about staying off of that area. Try to stay at a bare minimum 300 foot off that side, just so he doesn't give us any grief.
Yeah, sure.
Brian, what's mine? Where the Gray Fox docks down here, the kids jump off the big pillars. Okay. Stay way off of that.
Okay. Yes, Frank.
There seems to be a little confusion about what's going on and how you're being judged and stuff like that, and how you're breaking out. You get one time of going 3 seconds, holding your speed over. So if your speed is, let's say, 60, you cannot go 60.01 and hold it for 3 seconds. We give you more than enough time. Your speed should only be 60. Right? But I give you that 3 seconds, so this way you go ahead and you see 60 or 60 whatever, and you can go ahead and bring it back to 60.00 or 59.9 or lower. Once you start going over your speed, the clock starts ticking. You get 3 seconds. If you go over your speed for 3 seconds, you are done. One time. Is everybody crystal clear with this? All right, good. Everybody here that has not seen me since you got here, there is still data on your chip. If you see me since you came back, I've already cleared it. Otherwise, come into me, I will clear your chip or clear it yourself, and then have fun racing. Be safe.
Good job. Good.
Okay.
All right, one other thing I just have to go over. Our race coming up in 2 weeks is Fall River, Massachusetts. I spoke to Mike yesterday morning. Most of you guys were there last year. Pretty cool event, wild race course, through bridges, around battleships and lighthouses, and you know, crazy race course. This year he has the full support of the city. There's banners, billboards, stuff all over town. There's a lot of road construction going on there last year. That's all done. It's all cleaned up. We picked up a Hyundai car dealer there that I think is pretty much paying the entire price per. So financially he's on his feet and rolling this year, where last year he paid a lot of that out of his pocket. He's got Poker Runs America there this weekend. He's got 65 boats in his poker run. And a lot of those boats are going to come back for the boat race and do like a fun run on Saturday and assist with patrol boats and safety boats and all that. It's going to be a really big event this year. He's all excited about it, and I hope most of you guys can make it. I know the schedule's been a little taxing with all these races, but it's hard to say no, you know. But hope you guys can make it. You know, if you need any help, give me a call. You know, directions, if you haven't been there, give me a call. But it's kind of like a Solomon's course that we did in Maryland. I mean, we're running along the shoreline. There's battleships on the other side of the bridge, right? Through a bridge, around a battleship, nuclear submarine, back through the bridge, out to the lighthouse, back around the bay, and then down. I swore people were going to get lost last year. I mean, we had buoys on top of bridges and every other thing, but it was a good time. And I was worried that somebody would get pushed into one of the bridge abutments or something like that. The teams were fantastic, you know, going through there and all, so they allowed us to do it again. So keep in mind that one's coming up real soon. Okay? I think that's all I have. The awards are what, 7?
Yes.
7? Awards here? Yes. Awards are at 7 o'clock here. All right, I'll be around for a little bit if you need anything, but get them wet and have a good time. Thanks everybody for being here.